讲一个恐怖故事。有一天，我在我头上发现一根白头发，这也太荒谬了！我头上怎么会有白头发？我这个岁数的人怎么会有白头发？等等，我今年几岁来着？哦，生日还没过，再减1岁。我居然已经28岁了，明明上一个清晰的记忆还是2019年我大学毕业，然后就是2020年开始工作，再然后记忆好像完全变成了空白。这中间的好几年都去哪里了？总觉得自己还是个小孩，没想到就连变成大人都已经好多年了。别人的28岁都在做什么
？28岁的时候是2021年，那个时候是我上完节目之后的第1年，正好是一个新人为大家熟知且对你好奇心和最包容的一年。
28, I was a resident in obstetrics and gynecology in Kings County.
When I was 28 years old, I was working on Broadway in a show called The Pirates of Penzance, and I was working with some great stars. I was very fortunate. I was working with a very famous pop and rock singer of the time named Linda Ronstadt, who was loved in the West by thousands and thousands and millions of people. One of the great pop singers.
我28岁的时候还在斯坦福大学，在痛苦的读博士的过程中，然后28岁的时候我已经结婚4年多了，然后我们就决定要个孩子，所以我那年怀孕的。
我28岁的时候我已经结婚1年了，感觉婚姻好难。28岁那时候也工作，在汇丰银行工作，大概是第2年。我当时读书的时候，你会看到那些周围写字楼的那些白领们就是来吃饭，我当时就会很羡慕说啊，我要是他们中的一员，我觉得人生该多幸福。但是到了28岁时候，是一个好像是一个 bubble 被戳破的，就发现其实我并不幸福。我过的那个工作只是一个表面上很光鲜，但它实质是空的。我没有在做我自己想做的事情。
28 was actually a lot of life-changing things happened to me. My dad was diagnosed with cancer and passed away that year. I got married to my wife when I was 28, and then we also moved to New York when I was 28.
When I was 28, I was living more like a gypsy out west in California. I didn't have a solid career. I was coming from a career or two, but I chucked it all to go out west. I never regretted it. It was the best move I ever made. When I came back, I was a lot more mature and I love New York. Now I will never leave.
28 was actually an interesting moment because my career has been like a mess. I studied philosophy, epistemology and logic, and then I felt that I wanted to be a photographer. To be honest, 28 was the best year of my life, I guess, between 27 and 28.
I mean, I've always been thinking about going abroad and, continuing my studies. So when I was 28, I started firmly and seriously studying and thinking about my future and planning my future as a PhD student. And that's why after almost 5 years, now that I'm sitting here, it was a very difficult path. I said, okay, this is the plan. You have to do it. It doesn't matter what happens. You have to finish it.
大家的28岁有许多事在发生，而我却好像拿到了一个不属于自己的角色。我还是害怕和陌生人打电话，还是害怕深夜的洗衣房，算不懂保险和账单，弄不清衣服上的洗涤符号。时间似乎只是把我的身体带到了这里， 却忘记带上我的灵魂。年龄这样的单位到底在定义什么？是生长的年轮吗？是从小树变成大树吗？树的长大是外皮越变越厚，根系越扎越深，枝干越长越大。人的长大是腰酸，是皱纹，是熬不来夜。这样比起来，人类好像有点说不过去吧。但长大倒也有一些好处，可以在任何天气吃冰淇淋，可以拥有自己的房间，可以在奇怪的地方花钱，可以走一条没有标准和限制的路。最好的是，可以继续活下来。那些之前日记里难以为继的痛苦，回忆里不可承受的瞬间，终究是被我翻越了。那些曾经以为永远无法摆脱的孤独，在长大后的某一天，终于得到了和解。在那一天，是未来的我，终于能够涉过时间去拥抱它。那片曾经走不出去的沼泽地里，不再只有他孤身一人。那你会给28岁的自己有什么忠告吗？
我并不觉得当时走上另外一条路会更好，正是经过那种挣扎的生活，我才能够在现在过上我自己想过的人生的时候，会无比的庆幸和喜悦。
Don't be anxious. Everything is going to go well, and if it doesn't, you don't know. I think that's the main problem, our brain, that we worry for things that don't exist.
想告诉他，疫情还有2年就过去了，坚持住。可能在那段时间，你也一定经历过一些困扰，或者是抑郁，或者是质疑，想不通，但很快就过去了。
我要对28岁自己说的就是不要赌博。现在想一想，其实那些焦虑也不是很有必要，随遇而安就好。
Just, be himself, be true to himself, and, live the life that he wants to live. At that point, I didn't quite understand that yet.
Give yourself permission to make mistakes. And I was very afraid of failure, very afraid of imperfection. Then I found out you will never get better if you don't fail. It's okay if you make mistakes.
I would say, believe in yourself, do not lose faith, and continue to make your first love, your passion, continue to make it the focus, and don't lose faith.
I followed my heart, and I'm glad I did. So I would say congratulations.
This too shall end.
我本来是想问问他们，28岁到底应该怎样过？但看来人生没有标准答案，人生甚至都不是一道考题。世界上没有2棵相同的树，也没有2个相同的人。那么，在无数的未来和远方，我们必将会长出只属于自己的形状。然后，在生命里每一个不可战胜的夏天，枝繁叶茂。
C'est fou comme c'est